Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 5 and we will be presenting our materials about stereotypes. But before we start our explanation, let me introduce our group members. The first one is Artanti Aulia number 3 and the second is Nabila Kamila number 17. Our presentation has these outlines. The first one is definition. It is explaining what the actual meaning of stereotypes is. And the second is various of stereotypes. It is about how many kinds of stereotypes which are known and existed. And the last one is example. It is about real life matters that can be included as stereotypes. And now, let's discuss about the first one. What is stereotypes? Well, stereotypes are known as people's viewpoint of certain individuals or groups. It is usually based on their prior assumption. By looking at few people on the said group, they tend to equalize all of the group members like what they think they are. Unfortunately, that thought can lead to negative and positive results. Why positive and negatives? Because stereotypes can affect someone differently. If someone sees that as a motivation, they can keep doing better and better. But if someone sees that as a pressure, they will feel pressured, stressed, and it will not be good for them.
Other effects that can be included as positive side of stereotypes are: first, people rely on stereotypes every day to help them function in society. Second, to allow people to quickly process new information about an event or person. Third, to organize people's past experience. Fourth, to meaningfully access difference between individuals and groups. And last, to make prediction about other people's behavior. Other effects that can be included as negative side of stereotypes are: first, oversimplified generalization; second, breeding ground for errant generalization; third, serve as major source of disinformation about others; and last, may easily conceal or feed into prejudice, racism, sexism, and other forms of bigotry. And then various stereotypes. There are 5 kinds of stereotypes, namely racial stereotypes, gender stereotypes, group or individuals, nationality stereotype, and political stereotypes. Here let's discuss the various of stereotypes one by one. First is racial stereotypes. One of the most common stereotypes, it talks about race difference. Second, gender stereotypes. It is about people assumption for men and women. Next, group or individuals. People usually equalize a group or individual based on one look appraisal. Next is nationality stereotypes. Citizens are often judged by what country they come from. And last, political stereotypes. Stereotypes that have been rooted in the mindset of the general public to the general interpretation of the policies of a political party. The following are examples of various of stereotypes. First, racial stereotypes. Black people are more often considered criminals, while white people often use white privilege to protect themselves from their crimes. Second, gender stereotypes. For example, boys should not cry quickly, while girls of the same age are said to be normal when they cry. Boys are labeled as strong and girls weaker, or boys like masculine traits and girls like feminine traits. And third is group or individuals. For example, the Batak ethnicity the Batak people are famous for their high and loud voice, while ethnic Sundanese people are famous for their voices with soft and flowing voices. So that in the Batak ethnicity, there is a stereotype that the character is like that, hard and rude. Temporary ethnic Sundanese, there is a positive stereotype that the character is gentle and polite. And fourth is nationality stereotypes. For example, some non-Muslim nations against Middle Eastern nations who grow their mustaches and beards are very long suspected of being terrorists. They are always suspected of being extremists and even terrorists, even though some Jews from Orthodox group have the same habits but are not suspected of being extremists. And last is political stereotypes. For example, people often think that all democratic countries are liberals. In general, liberals means having freedom, while democratic has the same meaning but different rules. Democratic system is also giving freedom, but it still has some strict rules to be obeyed.
Another example of political stereotypes is all countries that has republican system are called racist. Why is that? Because Republican is famous as European people like Germany, France, Italy, and others. Most of them are usually known to judge or even hate someone that doesn't fulfill their standards. Well, the current situation, which describes it well, is Stop Asian Hate Action. Some of them are continuously spreading hate towards Asian for nothing. And now, let's discuss about how to deal with stereotypes. The first one is between individuals. Getting to know another side of a person helps to break down negative images. Such shared emotions make people more human, while typically stereotypes dehumanize people. We cannot judge someone without knowing them closely. And also, each person has their own right to believe anything that they want to believe. And the second is in education. Educational institutions also have the authority to stop negative understanding about stereotypes. It can be done by giving students some knowledge about culture. Getting to know about culture differences is very important since this kind of topic can bring a lot of perceptions which can turn out negative or positive. Teachers need to put the right method when giving this kind of topic so students will get it without any misunderstanding. Also, teachers can lead their mind to think that culture differences are beautiful. It is not something that should be judged by one another.
And last is in the media. The media also takes a big role in both perpetuating and breaking down the stereotypes. Their content, which have been public consumption every day, indirectly make the viewers to follow what they provide inside the video. It may turn out that not all of the viewers think 1000% the same as them, but it will keep getting some of them persuaded. For example, if the media brings up about one of the stereotypes and makes it look so sure, most of viewers will believe that and that stereotype is going to spread continuously. Thus, to stop the spreading of stereotypes, media has to bring up content topics that are safe. The word safe means they need to make sure that the content will not prejudice a group of people.
So that's all about our presentation, and we hope that our explanation will help you to understand more about what stereotype is. So, we apologize if we have any mistaken, and thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.